Hello guys, how are you? Wow, happy Idul Fitri ya. Mohon maaf lahir dan batin, forgive me for all of my mistakes. And I hope that this Ramadan is very amazing because I think this is the first time after 2 years that we were not allowed to visit our family, to visit our relatives outside of the city. So I think this is the very first time that we've got a chance to visit our family outside of the city. And it's very amazing because it's been 2 years. 2 years is something, you know? I mean, it's quite long for me because normally every year we visit our family in other city, but this time, yeah, I mean, like several times before, like 2 years, we've been 2 years not allowed to visit our family because of the pandemic of the coronavirus. Although actually, even until now, the coronavirus is still threatening us, but at least if you have already been vaccinated for 3 times, I've got vaccinated 3 times anyway. I mean, like for some of you, maybe still have got vaccinated 2 times or something, but yeah, at least we are now stronger to be protected from the virus, right? Like, well, so I'm gonna ask you, how do you feel about, how would you compare between your previous Idul Fitri and this year Idul Fitri? Well, in my opinion, like this Idul Fitri is merrier, is more fantastic, is more amazing. But yeah, the road is more crowded as well. Yeah, but I think if you are in Jakarta, I can guarantee that in Jakarta now is much more emptier, is more silent than the previous years. Okay, well, anyway, so why am I talking about comparing between this year and also the previous year's celebration of the Idul Fitri? Because today we're going to talk about comparison. Okay, so Mas Rio, can you, or Miss Intan, can you share the screen from my iPad to the participants here so everybody can see the screen? Yep. Wait for a moment. Yeah, we've got several towers here. I hope that it's quite clear in your screen because I think, yeah, the picture is not really clear here, but we'll see. There is a Burj Khalifa here. You see Burj Khalifa, and there's Burj Al Bal. I don't know. It's one like, it's the Taipei. It's SWFC. I don't know that. That is LCC Tower, ICC or ICC. I guess it's ICC Tower. I don't know. I've heard about Burj Khalifa, but I don't know about Abraj and then Taipei and SWFT. Let's just look it up on Google. Okay. So we've got Abraj. Okay. Abraj Al Bait. Oh, it is actually a government-owned complex of 7 skyscraper hotels in Saudi Arabia. Oh, that is very nice. Look at these pictures. Look, this is so amazing. Wow. Whoa, look at this. It's so big, right? So people, even if you can see this, like people are sitting here, that's kind of amazing and also frightening in at the same time. Oh, look at this. Okay. And let's see that it is actually like 5,587 meters, or about 18, and 30 feet. Oh, it's quite tall. Okay. And now let's see for the next. There's a Taipei. Wow, it's a Taipei Tower. I think it's in Taipei, yeah? Okay. Then what about SWFC? Let's see what is SWFC. SWFC. Okay, Tower. Oh, it's in Shanghai, guys. It's Shanghai World Financial Center. Wow, it's a super tall skyscraper in Shanghai. Okay. And it is about 492 meters. Wow, that's kind of like quite tall, but we'll see the pictures. So it is actually a financial building. So it's kind of like offices. There are a lot of offices there. So you can see there. Wow, but it's quite astonishing. Look at this. It's very shiny. And there is this kind of like part that they've got like a little square at the top. That's kind of amazing. I don't know who lives there, but it's a financial center. So everybody comes there to work. Oh, look at this one. It's the observatory. Oh, this is very amazing. Yeah, you can see there. So this is this side and that side. Ooh, you know, like I'm kind of like afraid of height. And also we've got ICC. We'll see what is ICC Tower and where it is. It's ICC Tower. Okay. Oh, it's International Commerce Center, and it is also in Hong Kong. Ooh. Okay, but it's very close to the ocean. Look at this. And it is 484 meters tall, and there are 108 floors. It's kind of like amazing because like a lot of people there. I mean, like a lot of stairs. But compared to the SWFC, I think I'll prefer the design of the SWFC. I don't know. But anyway, as I told you, because like we're gonna compare between these things, okay? Oh yeah, this one, it's 601 and Burj Khalifa is 828. And then is the Burj Khalifa taller than the average Al Bayt? If we compare here, look, yes, this one is taller. So we can say that, yes, that is the SWFC shorter than ICC Tower? I think it's shorter because like this one is 492 and this one only 484. So I don't think, no, that isn't. Okay. Now let's look at the Petronas Towers in Kuala Lumpur. So is the left tower taller than the right tower? I think so. Let's see. Okay, Petronas Twin Towers. Okay. Petronas Twin Tower. Okay. Okay. Yep. So I think because it's called Twin Towers, so I think they have got the same height. Okay. So I think no, it isn't because it's the same, right? And how tall are they? And based on the data that we've got here, that it is 451.9 meters. So let's say 451.9, okay, 451.9, okay, meters tall. Okay, wow, it's very amazing. Now let's take a look at this one. We've got several adjectives like big, ugly, strong, tall, slow, full, heavy, light, empty, fast, weak, beautiful, short, and small. Now let's match for all of them. So I think if we look at this lady here, number 6, I think we can associate that lady with this one. I think it's beautiful, right? Oh, look at the glass here, number 7. I think, what is it? Yes, it is empty. And then if we take a look at this feather, I think it's light. Okay. And then if we take a look at, look at the turtle. I think turtle can be associated with slow. Yeah, that makes sense. And then I think if we talk about this one, it's a cheetah. So it is associated with fast. And then if we take a look at number 11, I think we can say that it is full. Okay. And then if it is this one, number 9, I think it is called heavy. Okay. Look at that. And then number 3, I think this is big. Okay. And then, look at this. Number 1 or number 2, I think this is tall. And number 12, I think this is short. I think mouse can be associated with small. Okay. And then weak. Oh, I think we need to change number 9 into weak. And the number 13 is heavy. Okay. And then number, what is it? Full, yes, strong. Maybe we can say strong is actually number 1. And ugly, yeah, I think that's the witch, ugly. Okay. So those are actually the adjectives that can be associated with the pictures, right? Now, let's take a look at this one. We've got Mr. Martin and also Mrs. Martin. We can see the data here that they both are 75 years old. But Mr. Martin is 174 centimeters tall and Mrs. Martin is only 168 centimeters tall. Look at their weight. So Mr. Martin is 65, I think it's kilograms, okay? And Mrs. Martin is only 62 kilograms. So I think we can see that Mrs. Martin is shorter and lighter and smaller than Mr. Martin. Oh, let's take a look at these two girls, these two kids, a girl and also a boy. I guess they're talking. Mr. Martin is as old as Mrs. Martin, but she isn't as tall as Mr. Martin. You were right. So let's take a look at this one. If the objects you want to compare has the same, then you can say that A is M or R as the adjective as B. For example, Mr. Martin is as old as Mrs. Martin, okay? But if the objects you want to compare has different measurement, then you can say that A is M or R, not as adjective as Mr. Martin or as B. So look at this here, like Mrs. Martin is not as tall as Mr. Martin. That is a very nice sentence. Good. Okay. Now, let's take a look at this one. Let's complete the sentences using the comparison as adjective as. So if we take a look at this number 1, the weather this summer is blah, 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 good last year. So let's take a look at this one. I think it's very bright. So we can say that the weather this summer is as good as last year. Now let's take a look at Luke and Ryan. Which one is Luke and which one is Ryan? I think this one is Luke and this one is Ryan. So we can see that Luke has grown not as tall as Ryan. Okay. And then he is, I think both of them looks really clever. So I would say like he is as clever as his father. Oh, look at this one. Our house is, I think it's a big house. Look at the windows. Yeah, it's so big, I guess. So we can say that our house is as big as a castle. And the ice cream is as delicious as the cake. This car, is that car as expensive as your house? I don't think so. So that car is not as expensive as your house. Okay. Oh, look at this one. It's a princess. It's a picture of a princess. So my girlfriend is as beautiful as a fairy tale princess. What about this one? My father is as busy as my mother, unfortunately. Okay. And then this book is the last one that I read, but look at them. They are smiling. So I think like, yeah, it's interesting. So this book is as interesting as the last one I read. Okay. So look at this one. So if it is the same, you use as plus adjective plus as, but if it's not the same, just put not as and then adjective and as. Okay. Now let's take a look at the next. Oh, this one. Oh, this one is not as. Okay. So this travel was not as bad as the one in Africa. Ooh, look at this one. Grandpa and grandma. Okay, but look at this. My grandfather cannot run as fast as he could when he was younger. But look at the cake. I don't think it's really, not really sweet. Like it says strawberries. So strawberries, I think, are very sour. Okay. So when it is sour, I don't think it's as sweet as the other one. So I would say this cake is not as sweet as the other one. Okay. Wow, look at the ponds here. Do you think that ponds are as deep as lakes? I don't think so, because ponds are very small and it is just not as big as lakes. So I don't think it's as deep as lakes. So we can say that ponds are not as deep as lakes. Okay. And then your luggage is, okay. Which one is your luggage and which one is mine? I think this one. And okay, I think my luggage is this one. So I don't think they have got the same weight. So your luggage is not as heavy as mine. Look at that, steak and soup. Which one is your favorite? Well, I would prefer steak than the soup. But in this case, if we talk about the heat, I would say that soup is hotter than the steak. So also the steak is not as hot as the soup. Oh, we've got here, there's a grasshopper. I don't see a grasshopper. Can you see a grasshopper, guys? I think this is not a grasshopper. I think it's just like, I don't know. I don't think it's a grasshopper. No, it's not a grasshopper. I don't don't call it. Okay, like we'll see. Let's check on the Google. Okay. So I would say like it's changcorang in Indonesian, right? In English, yeah. So I would say, oh, it's still grasshopper. It's a mantis, guys. It's a mantis. Yeah, look at this. It's a mantis. Look at that. It's a mantis. It's not a grasshopper, okay? It's a mantis. I'll change it into mantis. Okay, so the mantis is, look at him. He's just sitting on the leaves. So the mantis is not as hard working as the ant. Wow, look at these two sports, scuba diving and roller skating. In your opinion, which one is easier? I think scuba diving is easier because we just jumped in, but it's more dangerous because you can be lost out there. I mean, like it's under the water. You cannot see anything and you cannot swim. I mean, like you're not a fish. But talking about the roller skating, this is also an extreme sport. It's dangerous as well, but but you will not get lost. I mean, like you can still stay there. I mean, like your family can still see you, right? If you're playing the, if you're doing the roller skating. But talking about easiness, I think scuba diving is easier. But talking about the safety, I think roller skating is more safe than scuba diving. But if you take a look at this one, so we can say that scuba diving is not as easy as roller skating. Okay. But look at this. Skiing is blah, 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 dangerous. Free climbing. I think talking about the danger, skiing is not really, but if you do skiing, sometimes you can be rolled into the snowball, which is very dangerous. But yeah, snow is so bad. I mean, like I once touched the snow and it was so bad. And yeah, it can be very, very dangerous if you do the skiing. But on the other hand, free climbing is also kind of like dangerous because like it's very tall. You don't have any safety rope with you. So yeah, you still have to be careful. But I think, in my opinion, free climbing is more dangerous. Like you would definitely die if you fall down. Yeah. So I would say like skiing is not as dangerous as free climbing. Remember, when you say climbing, it is silent b. So it's climbing, not climbing. Okay. So now let's see the next page. What are you going to find? Okay. So write sentences with as, blah, 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 as, or not as, blah, 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 as. Remember, we have to use the adjective. For example, here, if we can see Liz is as rich as Tom. So we can see that Liz here doesn't have much money like Tom, because like look at Tom, like he's got a lot of money. But look at the Ernest. Ernest is not as rich as Liz and Tom. Yeah, because compared to the other two here, Liz and Tom, they're not really the same. Yeah, I mean, like they're rich, but Ernest is not. Oh, look at this. There is a Yeah, it's a lion. And what about in the middle? Yep, it is a tiger. There's this little cutie here. I think it's a cat. Yes, it is a cat. Okay, so let's start. What about the adjective that we're going to use here? Okay, maybe first we can use the word big. So we can say that tiger is not as big as lion. Okay, and then let's use another word. Let's use the small. Okay, so we can say that lion is not as, oh wait, but I think the tiger and the lion are the same. Okay, so we can say that tiger is as big as lion, but if you look at the cat here, I think cat is not a lion. Okay, we're gonna change cat is not as, oh, I'll change, I'm gonna use the word small. So I would say that tiger and lion are not as small as cat. Okay. Oh, we've got Kate, Joe, and Caroline. Oh, I would say that let's talk about the size. Well, actually, I don't really like talking about the size, okay? But for this time, okay. Uh-huh. We can select slim. So let's say Kate is as slim as Joe. But if you take a look at Caroline, so we can say that Caroline is not as slim as Kate and Joe. Okay. Now let's take a look at this number 3. Ooh, there are 3 boxes and there's A, B, and I do C here, I guess. Okay. So we'll see. So box B is not as big as box A and C, while box C is not as small as box A. And we can say that once more, box B is as big as box A. I think they got the same, right? But look at this. What is this? I don't know. Like, what do you think, guys? What is it? Like, it's 250. I think it's mobile phone, yeah? Okay. So look at Ida's and Wati's mobile phone. They've got the same price. So we can say that Ida's phone is as cheap as Wati's phone. Okay. But this, but let's say like Wati's phone, I guess. But what this phone is not as expensive as this phone. We can say like this, yeah. Oh, look at the score here. I think this one is A, and I think this one is B plus, and this one is a B plus. So which one is better? Is it A or B plus? I think A is better than B plus, right? So you can say that maybe it's like Tom's, okay? So Tom's score in science, okay, is as good as his score in math, okay. Well, look at the English, okay. So, or we can like Tom's English score, okay, is not, I will change it from math. I think like these can like math here. So Tom's math score is not as good as his English score. I think we can say this one, right? Yep. Okay. Now, what do you think of Frozen 1 and Frozen 2 movies? I think Frozen 2 is funny, but it's not as funny as Frozen 1. Yeah, okay. But look at this one. Math and science. Okay. What do you think of math and science? Well, in my opinion, math and science. I think math is as fun as science. I love math so much, and also I love science. So I think like both of them are fun. Football and basketball, I can say definitely that football is not as easy as basketball, because basketball in my opinion is like very easy, but football, it's quite hard because like you have to kick this ball to that place over and over, and the yard is very big, which is in my opinion, it's a very big, so I don't think it's going to be comfortable for me. Yeah, no, I don't think. Okay. And cat and dog. I would say cat and dog. I would prefer cat actually. If we talk about cuteness, but if we talk about the friendly, I think dogs are more friendly because dogs are very active, especially when we need help. Like dogs would help us, definitely would help us, seriously. So I would say that cat is not as active as dog. I would say that. Wow, ice cream and cake is a very tough option. Ice cream and cake. Well, actually, I'm not a big fan of both of them. Like, no, neither ice cream nor cake that I like. But I would say that maybe ice cream is better than cake. So I would say that ice cream is, so like cake is not as interesting as cake, as ice cream. That's what I would say. Okay. And then let's listen. Okay, but I don't know whether it's true or false. I don't think there is an audio for this one. Okay, I cannot play it. Okay, yep. So let's read this story. Hi, I'm Andy. I'm 10 years old. I like sport, but I love eating too. After school, I often go to the fast food bar and buy a hot dog. I'm not good at swimming, but I'm good at it. Handball player. Wow. And Patrick is my friend. He's 9 years old. He loves football and he's a great swimmer. Josh is 11 years old and he's a basketball player in our school team. He's the captain. He can't swim. Susie is my friend too. She's 11 years old and she plays basketball very well. She's the captain in the girls team. She loves swimming and she never eats fast food. Angelica is 8 years old. She swims and runs a lot. She doesn't care about her diet and she eats a lot of junk food. She loves donuts. Well, Patrick is as old as Andy. We'll say Andy is 10 years old and Patrick is 9 years old. So Patrick is older as Andy? I don't think so. I think Andy is older than Andy and then Patrick. So I think it's false. And then if you take a look at this one, Andy swims better than Patrick. Okay, Patrick is 9. He loves food and he's a good swimmer. Okay, I'm not good at swimming. So Andy, no, that's false as well. And Josh is as old as Susie. Josh is 11 and Susie is also 11. So yes, this is true. Josh plays basketball as good as Susie. Susie is 11 and she plays basketball very well. What about Josh? Okay, he's the captain. Okay, so I think because he's the captain, I think Josh plays basketball as good as Susie. Yeah, I think so. That's true, I guess. Angelica isn't as old as Andy. Angelica is 8 years old and Andy is 10. So yeah, it's not as old as Andy. That's true as well. Okay. Oh, okay. I think you can draw with your friends and everything. Well, I guess that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining our free learning about comparison. So you can write down about your best friends and I will see you in the next meeting or in the next e-learning, free learning. And again, happy holiday. And I would like to say happy Idul Fitri and Minal Aidin wal Faizin. Okay, see you. We
IONS have been vaccinated. And we are